So tonight's going to be a quick version. So I need everybody to go quickly tonight as far as updates go. I'm launching a new market, a new international market. So I'm about to do another Zoom. Things are rocking. This week is probably going to be bigger than last week. Last week was the biggest week. The week before was the biggest week. The week before was the biggest week. So things are really starting to happen right now. And so obviously, I'm hoping that you guys had some good activity. Tuesday night, obviously, is a great night for meetings and for sales and for signups. And so, if tonight, if we can just, because we just have a very limited amount of time, if we can just keep it to some positive updates from today on what's happened in the last 24 hours since our last call. And then we'll hop off so I can get ready for this next Zoom that I have. So, who wants to go first?
Hey Wes, I could go first.
Go ahead.
Me and Sammy just came out of a networking event in a diner,
Nice.
and it was great. This guy usually does these every week, and he just
Okay.
started up again. So there was a couple people in there, and we had great conversations talking about what we do and getting to know each other. Me and Sammy told him what we do about helping people get their bucket list, all that, and then Sammy actually got the person that hosts those calls on our call tonight. He's texting him about to get on the call with him, and I actually got the security guy's Instagram also before leaving.
Okay.
So yeah,
Good,
pretty good
man.
day.
Excellent. So how many contacts did you get total today?
Six.
Six total?
Yeah.
Nice. And then what about you, Sam? Well, Sammy's on. What about you, Sammy? How many did you get?
You can hear me, Wes?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, great. Yeah. So collectively there was only about like 6 or 7 people there. Six actually, 6 people there.
Yeah,
So
but what about on the way there and the way back?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Say it one more time.
I said, what about on the way there and the way back? Just because y'all were at one place together, I mean, what about on the way there and the way back?
Oh, I drove theirs.
Oh, y'all didn't take the train. Y'all drove?
No, yeah. So me and
Oh,
Simba
okay.
met there. So I came straight from work. I worked today till 4, and then I
Okay.
ran to the house very quickly, and then drove. Took about an hour and some change to get to Simba, and then we met there at the event.
Okay, nice. And then what do you guys have lined up for the rest of the week as far as
So
meetings, activities, events go?
yeah, so we actually are linking up tomorrow again so that we can get some activity going with that and discuss exactly what we're gonna do with the rest of the week. And we're gonna go to another event tomorrow. Just gonna find one and we're gonna go see what we can do, network there, meet some more people, utilize the day.
When is the next Toastmasters event in New York that y'all found?
So that's the thing. It's on Thursday, and then the next one after that is not like another. I think it was a week, Simba. I think it was another week. So we don't want to
Yep.
wait a week, obviously, in between
Well,
because
but
that's too
here's the
long.
thing. Y'all need to get online and look around because I have a feeling there's more than one. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, and we're actively looking too. We've been actively looking, and we found a few actually. We have about six lined up that we already on our calendars to go to, on top of starting from Thursday and tomorrow as well.
okay, so you did find some more, but you're just trying
Yeah,
to figure out when their next meetings are?
right, exactly. So some of them have consecutively on the same day every week. So
Okay.
we can make that an every week thing and just bring more people to those events and
Okay.
just get ourselves out there more.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Who else? Who else has a positive update? Good job today, guys, on the activity. It's a good start for sure. Uh,
Yep.
go
So
ahead.
I can go really quick. So
Okay.
I went to Toastmasters today. It was actually way better than last time, and I didn't even think that that could be possible. There were new people there, a whole bunch of new people there. I got I got my 5 coins in there. I think I got 7 numbers
Nice.
today.
Good. What the
And,
types of
and
people that you met there? What kind of? I mean, what are they? Business owners, entrepreneurs? Like, what are they? Who did you meet?
so So I met this guy. He just moved to Scranton from Nigeria 2 months ago, and all he wants to do is network and start to
Nice.
grow businesses. Like he's a great person. Like I actually have lunch set up with him. Me and him are gonna talk on the phone next week because
You could
next week
also
is the
talk to
next.
him about opening
Mhm.
Nigeria for Bright Life. I mean, we had a big team in World Ventures in Africa. So Nigeria, Kenya, Botswana. I trained in Kenya and Botswana multiple times and South Africa. So, definitely talk to him about the potential of opening up, those markets there because they're looking for opportunity and they get paid on the dollar. It is obviously more expensive because they're not on the dollar there, so they pay the same price we pay. But they could even get started as influencers, and then there's a lot of money in those countries. So it's kind of like Mexico. People either have a lot or they don't have much at all. And so there's this big divide, but we had thousands of people in Africa in multiple countries in World Ventures, and the price point was actually more because we charged the upfront fee, so it was 365 because we charged 235 plus 125 or 129. And so they paid an initiation fee and the first month, and we still signed up thousands of people in Africa because he'll definitely mention that, oh well, $179 a month is a lot of money in Africa, and it is because most people make $400 or $500 a month there. Like that's a lot of money. But I mean, if they're getting their membership for free and they're using it to make money, they could be earning $300 a month residually with just 10 sales. We paid residuals out starting at 30/30 in World Ventures. So somebody had to have 60 customers to earn a residual check, and it was about $100. That's what they got as 30/30s at World Ventures. And so think about that with what we have here. So you definitely want to be talking to people. And any of you guys that know people that are from other countries or that have just moved here or have family in other countries, y'all should all be thinking about the land grab, because if you're the first person to start a market, let me give you an example. The guy who was the first person to sign somebody up in Asia in World Ventures had almost 1 million people on his team from one person. One person, one guy. He knew one guy who lived in Singapore, and that one guy, he grew a team of almost 1 million people in World Ventures. One person. Okay. So be thinking about that as you're meeting people that are from other countries or have families in other countries or they just moved. And so keep that in mind. Anything else, Marcus?
I met these two guys who they're twin brothers, but I couldn't tell until I really looked at them in the face. One of them had like this distinctive mustache. It's like it's very interesting. But they're about to. One of them is about to get married. The other one is his best man. So they're in Toastmasters to practice their speeches. But they're
Okay.
also open to networking and growing, developing themselves. So we had a whole conversation, and that went good. Also, I invited someone to the webinar tonight. He told me he would be busy. So I told him we could just meet up then and then I'll explain to him like what's going on. That's actually the person that we met last time, Brando,
Okay.
the one who drove us from Toastmasters. So
Okay,
that
good.
we had a good conversation. So I'm gonna have lunch with him before the next time we go, and then I'm going to show him the video and get you on a three-way with him
Okay. Let's
because
do it.
I'm sure he'll have questions as well too.
Okay, good. All right. Anybody else got a hot update? I've only got about another like 10 minutes or so, and then I gotta jump to this other country's Zoom.
I do.
Okay, go ahead, Jessica.
Well, apparently I found out tonight there is two clubs for the Toastmasters, and the one for tonight they know.
Jessica,
Can you
you
hear me?
need to, or if you're on your phone, you need to talk into the phone. Turn your camera off. Talking to the phone. Here,
Is
go
that
ahead.
better? Is
Yes,
that better?
much better.
Oh, I
Yes,
had my finger on the bottom of the. Sorry.
it's all right. Go ahead.
Anyways, okay, so I found out there's two clubs for the Toastmasters. So
Okay,
I went to tonight, and the one for tonight they no longer do. They merged in with the other club. So that's the one that we talked about that does it on Thursday afternoon, and they
okay,
also do it on Monday night at 6:30 on Zoom.
okay,
So I got the information from the woman that is over that club, and so we already talked about all that. So I'll be going to that,
okay.
and then the New York guy in Long Island. Is Marcus in New York too?
Marcus is from New York, but he lives in Pennsylvania.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so Simba and Kelly, I have a guy that I connected with, that's from Long Island, and they have an event next Tuesday, so I will send that flyer to y'all. Y'all are welcome to go. He said he will pay your one or two of your drinks on him, and it'll be up to 70 people at that event with other different job titles, as in
Cool.
attorneys and all that. And I
Nice.
do have a follow up after this call. I've got a guy tomorrow, and I invited to a guy that's in the DFW area who is a hold on, I'll tell you what it is. Um, he's a project manager. I don't know if you are familiar with Old Castle Building Envelope. I don't know if that rings a bell, Wes.
No.
But I invited him to Thursday night's event there in DFW where you're going to be at. So I'm going to confirm with him again on Thursday to double check he's going to be there, and I will let you know.
Okay, and you saw that's in Garland. You got the location. That's at Gloria's this Thursday night.
That's what I told him. I found
Okay.
the flyer and everything
Okay.
on there.
Sounds good. Anybody else have anything positive? Only got a couple minutes left. Anything good? A hot story from today?
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
got had a lot of activity, invited about 15 people I reached out to. I had 2 guests on the line, so I need to follow up with them right now.
Okay, cool. On the Zoom tonight, you had two?
Yeah.
Nice. It was good again. I mean, these Zooms, guys, if you're not using the Zooms, you're really missing out. We've had, over 70 people tonight. We had over 70 people last night, almost 100 people on Sunday nights. Crazy. The Zooms have been packed. So lots of people on from different places, lots of guests on, so make sure you're taking advantage of those. So that's good, Daryl. And how are
Yeah,
things?
are y'all gonna be back in Frisco next week?
No, we're bouncing around. So this week we're in Garland. Next week we'll be over on the Fort Worth side of town. And then we'll be in Dallas, and then we'll be in Frisco. We were just in Frisco last week. So we're doing it around DFW. We're doing Frisco, Dallas, Fort Worth, Garland, Rockwall area, like on the east side of Dallas. So we're going to the west side, the north side, the south and central, and then also the east. So that's how we're doing it until we have enough people in one market to be able to do it every week at all 4 places. That's the goal, is to, over the next few weeks, a couple months, to get to where every Thursday we have Frisco, every Thursday we have a Garland Rockwall, every Thursday we have a like Fort Worth, Grapevine, South Lake, and every Thursday we have Dallas. And maybe we'll wind up doing some on Tuesdays, but right now we're having about 10, 12, 13, 15. I think this week will probably be our biggest. We should have over 20 this week. We're just kind of getting things started, but our people are spread out. So
Wes, did you just say that a person had to have 30 on the left and 30 on the right and just get 100
what's
for
that?
World Ventures?
Yeah.
Right.
It was called Senior Rep 30/30. So 30/30 was the first level of residual for World Ventures, and we paid $10 a cycle, and a cycle was 6 sales. So 30/30 paid $100. So you had to have 60 customers to make $100 a month. So, and we did 4 billion in revenue. So if that tells you anything about what we're going to do, then some of you are probably going to start getting the Bright Life Insomnia at some point when you figure out what your potential is.
Yeah, because that's $1,600 a month.
Right.
With us. Yeah.
Right. We're paying 16 times what World Ventures paid out. 16 times. And 10 times on the top. The max payout was $50,000 a month at World Ventures. I hit that in 11.
I have a guy who was with World Ventures, and he wasn't interested, but I'm gonna hit him tomorrow upside the head again because
that's because he maybe thinks that it's the same. He needs to look at it. All right, guys, I've got to jump on this other Zoom. Thank you all so much. I'll be back here tomorrow night. We will not be on this week on Thursday and Friday. I have 2 events, so we will not be online on Thursday and Friday. So we'll go tomorrow night and then we'll skip to Saturday. And then we're going to, with these new international markets that I'm launching, we're going to be looking at maybe doing a little bit different time or something. And I've been having to sign people up after the Zoom. So we'll talk about the schedule maybe tomorrow night or on Sunday. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.